1.8 years. That's how long it takes for someone with IBD to be diagnosed from their first symptom. Ethan Horace knows exactly what I'm talking about. He was diagnosed with Crohn's in September 2016. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Sonia.
Yeah, so I mean, did you have a lot of symptoms when you were first diagnosed?
The funny thing about it is when I had the symptoms, 2 weeks before the day I went in, I had the symptoms. I was just like, maybe I got food poisoning or maybe my stomach is acting like I was bloated, like bloated. And then my boy was like, you should go to the hospital. He's like, you're not looking too good over there. And so, yeah, I think I had symptoms before I even knew.
Wow, and how long did they, before you got the official word that you actually have Crohn's disease?
I went into the doctor probably about 2 hours, 3 hours later. They was like, you know what Crohn's disease is? And I was like, you talking to me? He like, yeah. He's like, we believe you have Crohn's disease. And that's that same day.
What went through your head when they told you that?
I was like, how come I never heard this disease before? And then they told me it was a digestive disease and that I'll have to start watching what I eat and just certain inflammatory things, just things of that nature.
What kind of symptoms did you have?
A lot of bloating, and with that came like no gas was coming out. I couldn't really take a number 2. You know what I mean? Hot flashes sometimes was really weird.
Wow, and for people who don't know, you're also a radio personality on KFAI.
Well, if y'all want to bring that up, I'm a radio personality on KFAI.
Yeah, he's also a music promoter, and you were telling me how difficult it was for you to, go on these junkets and still have to deal with this.
Yeah, sometimes I would go places, I have to use the bathroom like 15 times, like an hour. People be like, yo, what's going on? And I'd be like, sometimes you don't want to tell people your personal business, so it's like, you don't really let them know, them like get in your face about it. It's like, yo, this is what's going on, so I need to use the bathroom. But okay, I understand.
Yeah, this is a mostly Jewish Mediterranean disease, but there are a lot of more African Americans that have Crohn's or colitis, and people don't want to talk about it.
It's weird because until I knew I had the disease, I didn't even know that black people even had the disease along with that. And so it's like now that I have it, I'm hearing about it more, I learned that more brothers and sisters do have the disease. So it's kind of funny that you pulled me into this, and it's like, here we are. You know what I mean?
And I know you want to spread awareness about this too.
Definitely. I think awareness is important because, like I said, I didn't know. And I might be a jokester and all that, but at the end of the day, it's very serious. And people need to know. I feel a lot of us, kind of like I did, like, oh, it's just my stomach or whatever. And it's like, really, like, no, you should go get checked out because you never know.
Are there days where you get depressed? Because I know I have Crohn's disease too. And there are days where, I get depressed,
I don't like the D word. That's how I am. I don't like. There's days where I feel stressed from it, definitely. But, you got to keep on pushing. This is journalism. Stories never stop. The world never stops. So you can't really sit down. I got kids, you know what I'm saying? So I can't stop.
Going forward, have you had to change how you go about doing your job because of this?
I like to get things done in spurts because I know at some point I might have to use the restroom. And so, like, certain foods, they'll go, like, right through me. Like, I ate pickles the other day.
Really?
I almost pooped in my pants at work. And so therefore, I knew it was coming. I could feel it. I had to work faster to be able to be like, hey, I need to go use the bathroom. If I would have waited, it would have been really bad. If I would have slowed down, you know what I'm saying? So it's just, you got to change a lot of things besides just how you work, you know what I'm saying?
What's the number one question that people ask you about this disease?
They be like, what does it affect? What does it do? What does that mean? They'll be like, you have Crohn's disease? I'll be like, yeah, like, so what does that really mean? And I'll be like, well, it's inflammation of this and, and they're like, oh. And it's funny, most people I talk to about, they actually know somebody that has it now. Like I said, it's weird. Like, before I was diagnosed, I never knew anybody that had anything. And then even like, after I told my homegirl that I was diagnosed, both of them was like, you should talk to Sonia Goins because we believe that she's involved. I was like, y'all ain't never tell me this before, but like, we ain't know you had the disease before, so
Yeah, there are a lot of people that don't really want to talk about it. I know when I was first diagnosed, I didn't want to talk about this, but you seem like you're pretty open to telling people what's going on.
I don't like telling people my business, but I feel like for awareness, it's very important because like when you see children with this, I feel it's more important than me because I couldn't imagine being a child having to deal with that. So I don't mind opening up to talk about it for stuff like that and just for awareness in general.
So right now you're just doing pretty well though?
Right now I feel like I'm doing pretty well. Sometimes like I might eat a new food and not know something like the pickles. I didn't know pickles was messed up for me and I found out the hard way. So it was like, okay, add it to the list, you know what I'm saying? But for the most part, I'm doing way better than I was 3 months ago.
Well, we're glad to hear that.
Yeah, appreciate that, Sonia.
Okay, well, thanks for joining us.
Oh, thank you, Sonia.
Okay, we'll be right back.
All right.